This fact might initially sound highly concerning given Vesuvius's history of large and highly Vesuvius earthquakes, lethal volcanic eruptions which have occurred during the last 10,000 years. For example, lethal eruptions occurred from Vesuvius most famously in 79 CE, but also 1641, 1794, 1906, and most recently in 1944. However, as a geologist, I am here to tell you that thankfully Vesuvius's latest activity is not a cause for concern. Every year, it is normal for Vesuvius to produce between 100 and 300 earthquakes, which every few years or so involves a magnitude 2 range earthquake which can be felt. Each of these larger quakes triggers smaller aftershocks underneath the volcano due to minute movements of its underlying hydrothermal system. One such larger but still small magnitude quake struck the northwestern slope of Mount Vesuvius on March 11 at 7:08 p.m. local time, registering in as a magnitude 3.0. This quake, which alarmed some residents near the volcano, was followed by approximately 13 aftershocks, which were all smaller in magnitude. These quakes were caused by the reactivation of fault lines underneath Vesuvius's edifice, but there is absolutely no indication that fresh magma was involved. I went out of my way to check for any signs of ground deformation in western Italy and found nothing at Vesuvius. As a result, in my opinion based 0 to 10 volcanic unrest scale, I am keeping Vesuvius at an alert level of green and a rating of 0. Galapagos eruption. Moving to Ecuador's Galápagos Islands, it is now day 15 of the ongoing eruption of Fernandina Shield volcano. In that time span, 8.1 square kilometers have been covered and 30 million cubic meters of lava, indicating an average lava flow thickness of 3.7 meters or 12.2 feet. While this eruption started out effusively producing lava at a rate of 165 cubic meters per second, it has since declined to between 15 and 25 cubic meters per second. While there were initially 20 simultaneously erupting fissures, there is now only one, but this still active vent has increased one lava lobe to 9 kilometers in length. However, as shown by the greatly decreasing amount of sulfur dioxide emissions, it is quite likely that in the next 1 to 2 weeks this eruption will end. These lava flows now seem quite unlikely to reach the ocean. Mutnovsky volcano in Russia. Something appears to have changed at the remote Mutnovsky volcano. Mutnovsky is best known for its unusually extensive fumarole fields which not only regularly produce large volumes of sulfur dioxide every day, but have also emplaced more than 50 minerals, some of which are highly unique. These range from native gold, the cadmium mineral taziephyte, to the iodine mineral mutnovskite. Well, these fumaroles appear to be recently producing gas emissions at a rate above what is normal. On March 7, this figure reached a notable high, creating a plume composed of 4,000 tons of sulfur dioxide gas. For comparison, the still erupting Fernandina volcano is only producing a fraction of these emissions. However, there is more. I ran a few satellite datasets checking for signs of ground deformation and appear to have found such a signal at Mutnovsky, suggesting that around half a centimeter of uplift has recently occurred. While minor, it warrants further investigation, as a magmatic intrusion might be underway. List of erupting volcanoes. Here is a quick list of all of the world's volcanoes which are currently erupting. Additionally, here are some volcanoes showing signs of unrest which are not erupting as of the recording of this video on March 17 of 2024. As a final note, I would like to thank this channel's patrons on Patreon and channel members on